Welcome back, everyone. We're back after all the shenanigans and fun.
Okay.
All right. So, we wanted to, touch back, revisit a topic that we've already been discussing lightly.
Yeah.
Within different variations.
Exactly.
In our previous episodes. But before we get any further, right, guys, if you have not already, please like and subscribe, hit that bell button. You know what I mean?
Get
We be out here.
notified of when we drop these videos.
Yes.
So, right, as you've mentioned, we did talk about it in the past, but this time we're bringing a different, version, perception to it.
Right.
And guys, we're here to talk about sex. We're here to talk about sex, baby.
Okay. So if you want
Cut the mic.
If you want a more spiritual take on this, right, guys? We did talk about spiritually transmitted demons last week, right? But this week we just want to focus basically on sex, just the action of sex, what it does to the two parties that are involved. Because especially when we're young, and especially if you're a guy, doing body counts and all that, you guys are excited to go humping around the world.
Okay, get attached to these people. 1, 2, 3, 4,
7, 8, 9, 10,
20, 30, 40.
Okay, and then you wonder why you can't get any peace, why you don't feel like you're loved, even though you've been with those many people.
Why do you feel like you're still lonely? No one can see through. No one sees you. No one actually understands you.
Right. These are all the side effects of sex. A lot of us think we're cool. I mean, the players, whatever, call yourself what you want, honey. But you're the one who end up getting played at the end because you're the one who ends up feeling lonely.
Okay.
And you've encountered all of these people, right?
Yeah.
But that is just what sex does. Okay. So when two people come together, you release certain chemicals in your body. One is oxytocin, that's referred to as the love hormone, right?
Okay, the cuddle love hormone, and that is a social bonding hormone. So that means like while you guys are in the act, right, and then it's being released, you guys are bonding because it's a social bonding hormone.
Okay, and this action, there's a lot happening spiritually, right, energetically, but it's also creating a form of attachment with the both of you. Even the ones who think, oh, I can just, sleep with them and leave them and not worry about them. Yeah, it does have a side effect too, even if you don't feel attached to the person you had just slept with. But that's also because of the buildup of like you having sex with so many different people, and you're literally unable to make a decent connection with any one person.
Okay, it's kind of like when you go to, having this fun around town with so many partners, you're just adding on mask to yourself. Now you have several masks, and you're even further removed from yourself, from what your wants and from your needs, because now you've attached everyone else's needs, everyone else's ways they want to be pleasured onto you. You don't even know who you are anymore.
You're just one big power walking,
of everybody else's leftovers.
Okay, like come on, like you lose your sense of self and your sense of originality. Why this is important to discuss? Because too many people are just humping each other out here without realizing that because a lot of people end up falling into depression because they're not able to solve this issue as far as why they feel so lonely, why they feel so
And it's funny thing is because a lot of them too
they yearn for people and they feel like no one wants or needs them.
Okay.
And it's just no matter what love actions that other people do, it will never be enough because that cup still feels empty, doesn't it?
Okay, that part. You're right. They'll feel lonely, then they'll end up feeling used too, which is like that part because it was consensual. So it's kind of like, okay, where is that coming from?
It just gets messy, y'all.
Yeah, all of that is that additional of feelings and emotions that you've been trying to push away, right? But it's kind of like those are what gets on attached when you're involved in that.
Yes, and it's like, and I remember back in those old days where it's like people would be so crude when it came to sex, or it was just one of those things where it was just like, that's not something you just give away. And we all looked at it as it was like, what, old school thinking perhaps? That's old school. Nowadays, people just, whatever, it's nothing. You move on, try it out. But there was a reason why.
Ain't no trying out.
There's a reason why, adults from back in the days were like, yield. Like you might not want to jump into that because there's a lot that comes with it. You risk the potential of being stuck with somebody energetically, right? And you never end up working out.
Okay, you risk the potential of your life being thrown off course. Okay, going to the different like life paths of you, because of this person that you've made. That's what you guys don't realize, that you guys could be pushing yourself into parallel universes or realities that
just by sexing the wrong person.
Okay, now you're months behind based on your goals and whatever you wanted to do because of that. Like, those are very much real things that happens because you're not being, mindful of who you're sharing yourself with.
Now, let's talk about that attachment, that bond, that unseen bond, because let's talk about a little bit more about oxytocin.
Yeah.
This is a chemical that gets released not only during sex, but also childbirth, so that the child could attach to become attached to the mother, to create that bond. Now you see the seriousness of this? Like, come on, this is getting released, y'all, and y'all just be attached to these people.
And that's a great perspective because, like, we know, why, if we look at it from like an evolutionary point of view, why would that bond need to be released via childbirth, right? Well, because the baby is dependent on the mom. It is a social bonding type of event where the baby needs the mom to live.
And I love you mentioned the dependence, because yes, that's what happens between two partners who sleep with each other. There becomes this need, that codependency that is built on that bond, right? So it's like now you need each other to feel that happiness, that like I need to see my baby. Well, I miss my baby.
Right.
That's the oxytocin, babe. It's working. Come on. Like, I don't know. If I were you, I would be careful about it, And of course, we'll always promote use protection. We're not going to stop you. Live your life. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But just know what you're doing. And that's why we're bringing awareness. That's all.
Okay, because at the end of the day, it's affecting your life. It's affecting your chemical, it's affecting your brain chemically, making you do different decisions, choices, and things that you normally wouldn't do before.
Right.
So all of those are things to consider because it's your life, like we were saying. I mean, do it if you want to, right?
If you want to. All right. Only if you want to. But I mean, stop again next week, guys, to see what the topic will be next week. We don't know yet.
Okay. But we do drop videos like this every single week, y'all. All right. So like and subscribe if you have not. Hit the bell, and we'll see y'all next week.
Bye.
Bye.